Well, hello there. Peace, everybody. I hope that you're doing well. My name is Brenda Williams, and I'm the founder of Culture Shift Hers Unite, which is a womanist multimedia platform that centers storytelling, placemaking, and communal gatherings. And we do this through a networking, which is our physical gathering, the Soul of a Lead Her, the podcast for she who lives and works from the soul, and of course, the Brenda Williams Show. And I want to center a few things because I feel like I'm in a moment of recalibration. And I think every now and again, it's good to reintroduce yourself or present yourself to others. And June, I felt it was a lot of that. I felt like I was going back to my own roots in terms of the work that lights me up, that excites me, but also culture. It's been a through line throughout my entire life. So today is so appropriate that we remember, we reveal, we renew, and we radiate. And so for years, I have been taught, and I think we all have, that a brand is merely the aesthetic, your logo, the color palette, typography, maybe even a beautiful website. And those things matter. And I think in our social media age too, a lot of times our identity gets hung up in how much we post, the level of engagement we get with the post, the number of followers that we have, and that'll determine a brand. We see a lot too around the branding sphere. People will work with you based on how many followers that you have. You might even see that in a questionnaire. But what I want to talk about today is something even deeper than a brand. I believe that your brand is your soul signature, the spirit in which you do your work. It's the atmosphere we create. It's how people feel in our presence. And long after the logo fades, people will remember how you made them feel. And this is, of course, a quote from Maya Angelou. People may forget a name and a place, but they will always remember how they feel. And so over the last month in particular, I've been focusing all of June's soft power on four very remarkable women. Chaka Khan taught us about the purification of fire. Simone told us about the truth. Oleta Adams taught us about connection. Anita Baker reminded us about stewardship. And at a glance, these might seem like merely musical reflections. But I want to remind us that this is something deeper, right? This is something much, much deeper than just music. But I think that there's a rhythm and a soul signature to Black women, to R&B music, rhythm and blues. And I think sometimes we have to say things out loud in its entirety. Rhythm and blues. And this is, I believe, the gift that Black people have given the world in terms of being able to alchemize egregious levels of pain and despair and to bring it into music. And so I believe that what I'm offering, what you're engaging in is a form of public liturgy. It's a shared practice to help us remember what it means to be human. And as I reflected on June, I realized that these weren't four separate reflections. They were revealing an architecture underneath everything that I do, whether I'm facilitating a leadership retreat, hosting a conversation, producing media, writing the Cultural Codex, which is the name of my newsletter on Substack, or standing behind a microphone. I've always been inviting people into these same four movements. I've been inviting people into remembrance. What we return to beneath fear, performance, and survival. We reveal our gifts, our voice, our talents, our wisdom. That's what emerges. We renew, we cultivate relationships and practices that sustain us. and we radiate. Twinkle, twinkle, sparkle, sparkle. it's our offering that's cultivated back to our communities with generosity and love. And you may say, well, why does any of this matter? I am so glad that you asked why it matters. Because we need spaces where we can remember ourselves. We need leadership that doesn't require self abandonment. We need organizations to cultivate belonging instead of burnout. Because we can often be rewarded by how much we can carry, where our relationships become the foundation of our culture. And I'm committed to this work. This is the work of Culture Shifters Unite. So today, I want to leave you with just one question, just one. Where are you in rhythm? Are you in remembering? Are you in revealing? Are you in renewing? Or are you radiating? Your answer might just tell you what is required of you or what's being asked of you in this particular season. So here's the invitation. If this conversation has resonated with you in any way, here's how we can build together. I partner with organizations, nonprofits, healthcare systems, schools, civic leaders, and businesses that want to strengthen their culture through storytelling, relational leadership, and meaningful conversation, but really bottom lining it in a way that is humane, dignified, and whole. So whether you're looking for a keynote speaker, a facilitator, or a mistress of ceremonies, I would consider myself because I'm an organizational storyteller. If you're looking for a thought partner to help your team cultivate a healthier culture, I'd love to begin a conversation because culture shifts through relationships and relationships begin with a conversation. So until next week, may you remember, reveal, renew, and may you radiate and take good care of yourself and each other because at Culture Shifters, we believe wholeheartedly in the gifts of gathering, telling stories, becoming, and also revealing. Until next time, bye for now.